How are you? Hi, everybody. How are you? Friday, right?
Yes, Friday.
Hi, Kay. A member for 23 months. That's a long time, isn't it?
Yep.
That's like two. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's my ride or die. That's Sherelle's riders. I don't think it's Perry's peeps. No, I'm just joking. It was a joke. Good afternoon and happy Friday, Sherelle, Perry, mods, and chat. All right, let's get into it, y'all. It's Friday. I think Perry, you should take. Well, you're not even finished with the painters.
Yeah, no.
So we have 3 channels. We have our reality TV, the main channel, this one, and we have politics, and then we have that new series on this main channel, Perry's Late Night. Y'all love it.
It was fun.
Well, I got tired. Then I kind of went and laid down for a little bit while he was playing. I had already seen it. So, but thank you guys. Perry, they want you to do it again. Just don't make it so long. Are you going to do it?
Yeah, it was their choice, Sherelle. I said, I'm going to make 2 parts. No, keep it going. We will.
It was good. He's got some good stories in the lineup. So that's going to be good. So are you going to do it tonight or you're tired?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe, for sure I'm not going 2 hours tonight, but maybe an hour.
Also, yesterday, somebody asked me what lipstick I was wearing. Now, y'all know I love lipstick. So this is lipstick by Iman Cosmetics. Do you guys remember the supermodel Iman? Do you remember her, Perry?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought so she had this. This is called Taboo, and it's a mean purple, but you can't find it in too many places. I believe you have to go online to her company and buy it. But if you're looking for something new and more modern, this is a dupe from Rihanna, and it's the same color. But this Rihanna one goes on real watery, and then it dries. So here's Rihanna's. It's the only purple she has in her collection, so you won't get it mixed up. And then here's Iman. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's gonna dry to look like that. So it's basically the same colors. So I love purple lipstick. My family hates it. They say I look, unalived with the purple lips. They do. All right, y'all. So we got a show planned for y'all today. Today we're gonna talk about Charles and Netta. I'm sorry, Charles and Netta. Y'all did it. Y'all did it to yourself. That shit is funny. We're gonna talk about Charles and Netta. Ooh, child. And both of them are hard to get off. Look at this.
Yeah, like he got a rash.
I'm pressing really hard, huh? So that's got to be that's Rihanna's that won't come off. Damn.
Look like you got a rash. Yeah.
It looks like I got a rash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It's not coming off. That's crazy. Look. Anyway. Ooh, wow. We're going to talk about Charles and Netta. We're going to talk about Kandi and Tamar. We're going to talk about Wendy Williams. We're going to talk about Funky Dineva and Quad. That's the best story right there. I'm going to save that for number 2. Let's say number 1 is for Wendy Williams. Hold on 1 second here. Okay. Well, this doesn't really say it. Hold on. Let me try it again. Okay, she sent that. Okay. Hold on, guys, because I was running late.
Somebody said you can use Vaseline to get it off. Or I was just suggesting some gasoline, maybe.
Perry's so ridiculous. He wants attention. Oh, there you go, Perry. You want some attention? That's not working. So someone sent this to Perry. I believe it's from Wendy Williams fan club, and they're having a protest tomorrow. Here we go.
April 1st, Tuesday, I think.
On Tuesday, free Wendy Williams. Peaceful protests in LA. It says, we invite all of Wendy's co-hosts and supporters to unite and advocate for our queen in the media landscape. Please help spread the word and show your support. Let's come together and make our voices heard for Wendy. And it's on Hollywood Boulevard. That's in the thick of things in LA. April 1st, 10 a.m.
Yep.
And then they also sent over a petition. There's a petition out there for Wendy Williams. And this is legit. This is from her fan club.
Right.
And Alex is involved. Did Alex send this to you?
That's her petition.
Okay,
that
okay.
she started. But then don't forget that's in Los Angeles. The one for New York too.
There's one in New York?
Yeah.
I don't see New York.
East Coast, West Coast. I thought I sent you both.
No, send it to me again.
Yeah,
so it's one in LA, and I'm sure it'll be on her website. And her, what's it called? Wendy Williams. I'll find it. Hold on, guys. But I'm just so happy that Wendy's doing something about this. You know, she's no longer in the dementia unit. She's in a independent facility now where allegedly she can come and go as she pleases. But now all we need to do is make it official and get rid of that woman that's stealing Wendy's money. The judge, it's the doctor, it's the attorney. What's her name? Sabrina Morrissey. And I'm missing somebody. Somebody I'm missing. But it's a whole setup. It's a whole setup, and they're all scared that they're going to get in trouble. And if you ask me, I think some of the money, most of the money is already gone. That's what I think. But
you know, did you get it?
Huh?
Did you get it?
Let me see.
It's gonna look like this.
Hold on, I can't. I'm on a whole different page.
Okay.
Did you just send it again?
Yeah, I think I sent it. It's like two together, so I'm not sure if you're just getting one.
Okay, here's the one for New York. Well, you have to register? Well, this is weird. Hold on. Perry, you got to stop confusing me. Let's see.
What you mean?
You be sending me a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Then I open it up and it'd be a whole bunch of stuff. This one says, free Wendy Williams, peaceful protest, April 1st, 2025, 10 a.m. At Bella Abzug Park. That's ABZUG. Parking locations, 35th. This is New York, 35th and 10th Avenue, right by the Marriott. We stayed in the Marriott before. The Marriott is real big, but it's almost in the center of Times Square. Oh, they're probably going to do it on that little, that little square in the middle of New York, of Times Square. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Is it that because they saying I guess you registering for that hotel at the Marriott Courtyard. So maybe, if you flying in or whatever, I'm not exactly sure, but that's the information.
It says, join us for a peaceful protest in honor of the Queen of Media, Wendy Williams. We invite all of Wendy's co-hosts and supporters to unite and advocate for our Queen in the media and landscape. Please help spread the word and show your support. Let's come together and make our voices heard for Wendy. Thank you, Alex. Don't forget, you guys, she also has a petition that Alex opened. We just need to get eyes on the situation. We really do. So if you remember, join the petition, just sign your name and let that judge know. If you don't come correct, Wendy has supporters. So, and thank you guys for sending that over to me. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we got our own problem. These people only need us when they're down and bad. Oh, Lorraine, that's what you think? I don't think she signed up for people to treat her like this and take her money too. No way. She didn't sign up for this mess right here. No way. No, she didn't know what was going on. Wendy was down on her luck and self-medicating her problems. because she was devastated by what was going on with Kevin Sr. And no one signs up for this. These are just two crooks, it's a whole organization, and they just don't do Wendy Williams. They got a list of people that they've done. But hopefully everything will work out good for Wendy. I need Wendy to keep working on this.
Can you put a petition in your thing after the video so people can find it? Description or whatever.
I'll do both. I'll do one right now. And ask her if she wanted me to say anything else.
Okay, let me see.
So this is a petition right here for Wendy. And then I'll put it in the description at the end of the video. So there we go. In the meantime, while Perry's doing that, I wanted to show you guys this because I'm messy. I'm messy as can be before we get into the real stuff. So I guess Charles and Miss Netta wrote a song. They wrote a song almost like Shamar and that other girl did, Clock It. Remember that? You gotta clock that. They wanted it to take off like that because I think Miss Netta's good friends with Shamar. So they thought that they can do some good. So they went to a school to perform it. Now I took the music out because because I don't want to get copyright, but you'll get the essence of what they're trying to say. I think this is it.
I got the you. Stars up to red. They hitting on you. Stars up to red. I ain't good for you. Say I'm whipping in the kitchen, talk, say I'm we gonna look at you and get a lot of we be back up in the chicken. Teaching us before they finish. Say I'm not gonna run out and back from up and get it. Study having fun, show them your skills, said so. I'm still with another fast ass here, well another still muted. When Charles said he hungry, I'm gonna go and do that music. Go out and yeah, I be good. Come when you go I'm a fool so rich, America wanna try it. And if you ask him, it's versus he's running. Oh, don't like this man. They hate on you.
Okay, now are they that damn bored? You all up in the all outside the kitchen. What the hell is going on? Are they trying to advertise some fried chicken or what they doing? All up in the chicken.
Perry, stop. I'm going to hell. They
damn.
Maybe they thought it was gonna take off like Shamar.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I like Charles and Miss Netta. I'm sorry.
I'm just not getting the song. It's all up in the kitchen for me. Perry, all up in the kitchen.
If you see the kids, they're not really paying attention. I'm sorry, Miss Netta. I love you to death. I'm sorry. I'm being messy. You know, girl, y'all got to write a new song, though. Okay, this is not going to work.
What the hell is going on? You outside this brick wall.
Here, let's see. I want to play it again. I want you to see these kids right here.
And they're at a kid's birthday party. Look like
no, they're at a school. They're at a school.
Well, they shouldn't be allowed on the premises. Not with that.
Oh, I'm going to hell. I won't play it again. I'm sorry. Girl, y'all got to change the song. Okay, that's not going to work. I don't know why I'm laughing. I apologize.
Yeah, they're confusing those kids.
Okay. I'm messy. I am messy. I'm messy. I admit to it. All right, so let's talk about the world of reality TV, because we got two things going on. We got the beef with Kandi Burruss and Tamar. That's lasting a minute. And then we got the funky Dineva and the Michelle situation. Let's talk about that one next. Okay, this is what I want to say. I've been doing this a long time, not longer than Funky Dineva, but long enough to know how reality TV works. And what happens is, back in the day when I first came on and I got to like say what I thought about a reality TV show and just kind of be honest and, you know, maybe have a little fun. Well, there was no audience back in the day. Have a little fun with it. And as reality TV continued to grow, it became typical for a reality TV star to reach out to you, fake befriend you, because I think reality TV stars are more worried about their reputation than, let's say, a Will Smith. These girls started becoming competitive with each other. They don't want any bad things out about them. It just became a mess. It became a mess. They really started worrying about everything. Like they worry about everything. They don't want to look bad. They don't want the truth to come out. And so I think, and I do not have a problem with Funky Dineva. I don't have a problem with Quad, Michelle, or King. When I realized that I had got caught up in the web, not Quad's web, but caught up in these reality stars reaching out to me, wanting me to say this, wanting me to say that, because they're there for their reputation. That's when I pulled back and said, I'm not talking to no damn body. If you call me, it's going to be free because I don't pay. It's nothing wrong with people who pay. That's okay. I don't pay. And I'm not going to tell you, you're not going to tell me what to say. And I really believe that Funky Dineva has caught up in that. He often says that these girls are his friends and they hang out and they're using you. They're using you. Funky Dineva, those are not your real friends. If you didn't have the platform that you have, nobody would talk to your ass. And I mean that in a loving way. I mean it in a loving way. Like these girls are just hypersensitive about their public image. And I do think, this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think they're using Funky Dineva because he's got a name in the blogging world. And I think he talks to these girls and they tell him a sad story. If they don't tell him a sad story, they straight out say this. They're calling you so you can get their agenda out there. They are not your friends. You can go a whole lifetime. Go ahead, Perry.
They ain't looking for a kiss. Let's keep it real. They just, that term friend, hey friend. Now you get to evaluate it. And he seems smarter than that to know you only a friend when you need me to be your mouthpiece for something. Now, and let's just keep it real. And I could be wrong. If he didn't have the status or his show, I think if they walk past, instead of hugging them, saying, friend, I need you to say this, they probably be saying, somebody call the police, right? These are the kind of women, they wouldn't give them a time of day. They ain't going to stop by and see nobody homeless on the side of the road and give them $5. They don't seem like the type to me. But I think that even just like the ladies on the show, they're competitive about everything. They want to be dressed the best. They want to smell the best, out-finance the rest. You know what I'm saying? All this, everything's a competition.
Well, okay. Yeah, everything's a competition.
No, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
You make a candle with 5 wicks, somebody gonna make one with 10 wicks. Right? It's just this thing, all of them want this notoriety. And I think bloggers that latches on to these people want to be some kind of socialite. Feel acceptance, right? And then feel like, hey, you know, and I get it. If you feel like you need these people on to raise your numbers for credibility, but his show is fine by itself. I don't truly see where he need that. People come just to see his personality. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I don't need to be somebody free caddy.
thank you for becoming a member, Becky. I appreciate it. Okay, so I really think that Funky Dineva has gotten caught up in who's hanging with who, and he kind of said it on Monday or Tuesday when he was going off on Michelle. You were like, I know more people than you, I can get into more places than you. And that, well, that's not true either, because Michelle can get into a lot of places also. But these, you have to remember at all times, these people are not your friends. So I think Quad has wormed her way into his inner circle. And I think either one, they planned this, two, she gave him a sob story and made him feel like he had to defend his friend. So let's go over some of the things that he was talking about. Like, he was defending Quad to a T. He was saying she's beautiful and she looks better than Sweet Tea. And I don't think you guys realize that Sweet Tea right now has her own fan base. I don't think she had the fan base the first season, but she has her fan base now. So it was really crazy. He somehow brought up the fact that Quad is not jealous of Sweet Tea. She looked better than Sweet Tea. Let me play it before I get it all mixed up. She looked better than Sweet Tea. She smoked better than Sweet Tea. And Sweet Tea's fans were not, having it. Yeah. I forgot to set this thing up like I was supposed to. Remember how Denat told me to do it?
Better than Sweet Tea. You smell better than Sweet Tea. You drive better than Sweet Tea.
Let me say it, Pierre, because I'm not trying to inflame anyone. I'm just telling the truth. And so he started going in about Quad, how great Quad is. I would play it. I'm going to have to play it. I'm going to have to play it. Because if I don't play it, let me play it. And if you're watching the replay, then you might not see this video. I just want you guys to see how hard he was going for Quad. He kept saying, and when people was like, no, we like Sweet Tea too, he just kept going harder and harder for Quad.
Can we be honest here? Can we be honest? Can we be honest? And I know some of y'all don't like Quad, okay? And that's fine. But y'all like to move the goalposts, because I said on a post, we have to be for real here. What about Sweet Tea's life would make Quad jealous? Like, seriously, okay? Quad do not want Dr. G. Sweet Tea don't live in a better house. Sweet Tea don't have more visibility and notoriety. She don't have more money. Now you cannot call Sweet Tea ugly by any stretch of the imagination. Sweet Tea is a beautiful girl. When it comes to aesthetics, she is at the top end of average. She's an average Black woman at the top end of average. Okay, she's at the top end of average. Quad dress better, ride better, eat better, date better, live better, shop better, go better, have more access, is in higher circles of friends. Again, you don't have to like Quad, but there is no world.
See him reading the chat. That's why you can't read the chat. His whole attitude's getting ready to change. But you see his eyes. I do that all the time too. You cannot look at the chat when you're saying your piece, because the chat get crazy.
There is no world where Quad Webb is jealous of Sweet Tea. Now that's just me giving y'all without me being friends with her. Then when you layer on the fact that me and her are friends and I know her personal life for real, I'm sorry. So then here's the next thing that y'all do. Here y'all go. Ride better in a stolen car. Quad's car is not stolen.
Let me stop it there. So he goes really hard for Sweet Tea. And I was getting upset because then he crossed the line. He's saying that, so he's really pushing for Quad, not Sweet Tea. He's pushing for Quad. He don't even want y'all to say she looked better. Y'all don't want to say whatever. And I think Quad has this thing. I think she doesn't want to look. I don't know if she's competing with Sweet Tea and Dr. G, but I don't think she wants you guys to think that her life was affected in a bad way by the divorce. And that's me trying to be real neutral. I don't think that she thinks that. And then all of a sudden, Funky Dineva, he starts arguing with you guys, and y'all was going toe to toe. Y'all was going back and forth. But then out the blue, he decides to say that Michelle is responsible for putting out the rumor that King stole cars. Take a listen.
Michelle Brown started the mess with the stolen car.
That's not true. So I was like, why is he saying this? Let me go find out what's going on, because they are straight blaming Michelle for this lawsuit. And I said it that day. I think everybody was so hyped up defending your side that nobody listened to the facts. And the facts is Michelle A.T. Alien Brown's name is mentioned nowhere in that lawsuit. Nowhere. I don't know why. I don't know if Quad asked Funky to say that. I don't know if Funky was being a good friend and said that. But when you start I don't want to call them, when you start painting a pitch, I don't want
campaigning,
maybe changing the direction of the narrative, that's when you're wrong, Funky. You know Michelle's not responsible for that. So I'm like, these two going out awfully hard. Let me find out what's going on. Oh my God. Quad doesn't want anybody to know anything bad about King. We know King is his last name. His first name is Kurt. We got that from the lawsuit, which is public information. In that lawsuit, it says that Kurt or King teamed up with two of his friends, the father, Curry Sr., Curry Jr., pretended like they were going to lease the car to drive in. Remember, not just rich people sometimes lease their cars versus buy their cars because you can trade them in for a new car at the end of the lease. And it's a whole list of things you can't do with a leased car. That's why I don't mess with it. Well, I'm not rich, but it's just a lot of, like, you can only go so many miles and you can't re-rent it, which he was doing. He was acting like he purchased that car, and then when somebody came in to lease it, he gave them to him. But that's a strict rule when you lease a car, what they don't want you to do. Not only that, the car got damaged and it's considered salvage. Did I say that right, Perry?
Yeah.
Savage. The car got totaled. Right. So I wanted to dig into his background a little more. And let me tell you what I find out. I'm finding out that he's not as rich as they're putting on. I looked at his home. He has a nice home. Is it the same as Quad's? No. That he don't make that much money as Quad. He's just a regular dude. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The relationship is not what they're making it out to be. Yeah, they go out, but they're nowhere near marriage. He wouldn't even consider marrying her right now. This is what I'm being told. But Quad wants everybody to think everything is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There's a blogger that stumbled up on this information. And if you're in the chat, please let me know if you're here. I believe her name is, you said you seen it in the comment section.
Letitia, something like that. I think it could have been Latasha that came out with a
whole nother blogger found out what was going on. I think that I wouldn't say Quad is competing with Sweet Tea,
You know what, Sherelle? I mean, I know you said it earlier that you wasn't sure if she was jealous of Sweet Tea. This is my personal opinion, just my opinion.
Don't be harsh. Don't be harsh.
No, no,
'cause we
no,
just-
no, I'm not. No, Sherelle, I'm just saying, it's just my opinion. I don't really think it really has nothing to do with Sweet Tea. I think is with her relationship with Dr. G. And I think that it could be friction there. But when she come back, all of them want to be recognized as somebody that's polished, famous, maybe, on top of their game.
Hold on. Her name was Lakeisha Kesha.
Yeah, that's
If you're
it.
in the chat, please let me know. I should have reached out to you. I totally forgot. But
That's it.
this is the person that discovered the lawsuit. It had nothing to do with Michelle. So they're spreading the word that Michelle did this and she did it maliciously, and it's just not true. Then they start talking about old shit. Who I rented the house to you, and then Michelle, I didn't even know this, made a comeback and said the Funky Dineva don't even own this house now, and it just got so out of hand. And you know how fans make things worse. So that's why I want everything to calm down. Just listen. Michelle did not put that rumor out there. I don't know if Quad asked Funky Dineva to do it, or he was just defending his friend because he was going hard in the paint for her. But that's not your real friend, Funky. I mean, as long as you have a good platform, they're down with you. The problem with being down with these reality TV stars is they need you when they need you. And when they don't need you, that's just what it is. They don't need you. And I hope you realize that Carlos is not your real friend. These are just people that are hanging on to you because of who you are and your platform.
Right.
Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the mix. Quad don't want to look bad, but she's putting this in her own head. We was going to love King, whether you was dating him, not dating him. If he was a one night stand, he has a cool personality. We was going to love King, whether he was broke, his name was King. All the stuff we didn't even need. You didn't have to present him as this well-polished guy that's 10,000 times better than G, Dr. G. We didn't need none of that. Because all that always comes back to bite you. We're being told this is not the first time he did this. And the person who was explaining this to me, called him a crook. We're going to love him as a crook. We're going to love him as a rich man. Like, all this ain't necessary. I believe Sweet Tea when she said you'd be playing head games with her. And now, I thought Sweet Tea was okay. But now, every time she stands up for herself, I'm going to applaud it because y'all playing games with her. And she had a rough first season. And now y'all making her look stupid, like she's standing up for this man that ain't no good, but really you like playing head games behind her back, like she's not as good as me type of energy that you're giving. And it's just unnecessary, Quad. You're beautiful in your own way. She's beautiful in her own way. Why we got to say who's the prettiest? Like, it's just backfiring on y'all because Sweet Tea effed around and found out I got people that like me too. And this plot that y'all getting ready to do for Sweet Tea is not going to work. It's going to backfire on y'all because the truth always comes out. The truth always comes out. So you trying to prevent that King is a crook from coming out. It's going to come out. You could have been like, yeah, girl, he's a crook, but he cute. He fine. It's like, like we can't polish him off to be something that he's not. And I'm saying that in a respectful way. That doesn't mean I don't respect you or like you, Quad, but I'm telling you the truth. I've seen not just you, other reality TV people plot all this stuff. And then it happens every season. Every time the new girl come in and we're like, oh, she's the best. She's really got money. Okay, well, maybe she ain't got money, but she's got, okay, and then it just comes out. The harder you fight against that, the more you're wasting your time. Y'all both good women. It's obvious like you still hanging on to some feelings from Dr. G, and he hanging on from something from you. And we got Sweet Tea, who's innocent. In the middle, she gonna choose her man every time. It's a mess. Stop looking at his body and look at his shady his shady eyes tell it all. And I'm trying to say this in a respectful way because the audience needs to know what's going on, number one. Number two, I'm just Funky, you know I'm telling it how it is. You just said that was your best friend. That girl's not your best friend. If you became Funky Dineva and you got locked up and you lost your channel, you would not hear from Quad anymore.
She ain't gonna be there paying the bill, I'll tell you that.
It's just a mess. I mean, y'all need to just pull back a little bit, leave her alone, and stop blaming people, other bloggers. You got your whole audience, Funky, thinking that Michelle Brown started that rumor, and it's not true. You're digging up the past. You said she's talking about you, but look what you just did to her. You threw her under the bus. You wanted everybody to think that she started that rumor, and that's just not true. So when you befriend them, because I befriend them too sometimes, but no, this is part of my job. And I don't get in bed with nobody no more. I did it before. I will never do it again. I'm not even saying that I'm perfect. I did it because you think, oh, this person want to be my friend. They like my blog, whatever. They keep calling you, telling you personal stuff because that's what they want you to report.
Yeah, that's right.
And I like Funky. I like Quad. I don't know if I agree with the, what do I call it, swindling of Sweet Tea, trying to ruin Sweet Tea's reputation. I don't know if I agree with trying to ruin Michelle's reputation, because that's where I drew the line. I might say some stuff that they want me to say, but I stop short of going too far. And, you know, we all do it. Let's just admit it. We all the bloggers, we all do it. We all get cozy up to them, and it is what it is. Because, Perry, you've been around us for years. You start hanging out with some of them.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes too far, and I just stopped it. Go ahead.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah. Well, I mean, but like, this ain't about trash and Quad. But see, look, this is the thing. And we're talking about the Quad situation with King right now. But this applies across the board to all of them. It's what we're trying to say. It's like, they come on and everybody's just bickering, trying to make it to the top, trying to be the queen of the show, and to out-finance the other person, to outlook the other person, to have the perfect love relationship than the other person. See, you don't have, and like I think Quad thing was her thing with Dr. G. She had to come in and she, you know, when she was off the show and no longer with Dr. G, and then he bring on Sweet Tea, it's like, oh, poor Quad, she's out in the dumps by herself. Well, she could have been having the best life, right? She come back on, and then she want to show people she's somebody, and now she's back into this game to out-finance this person. So, like, she can't find the love of her life without him being a millionaire. You know, you can't base finances on love. If the person love you, and you should be proud of the person love you, whether he had $1,000 or $1 million. But I think, so they was playing this storyline thing, and that's why I used to say rent a man. They could date, but I'm just saying all this ain't happening. I knew, well, I just felt in my gut, like, you know what? If you wanted to buy her a Rolls Royce and give it to her, why did, you know, that's fine, but why did it have to be on TV? You see what I'm saying? Because people was like, well, that's okay if you get the money. I get it. But you took the opportunity only when you was on TV, so everybody, so you could be out there fronting, basically. And I like Quad, I like all the rest of them, but she's not the only one that does it. Look at Kenya. No, I mean, for Atlanta, you know, so she, no, I'm just saying, I got to go, my man got to look better than all the rest of the men. But you see where it gets you? Apollo. I'm just saying.
Perry, stop. Just stop offending people. Just stop. But yeah, Quad, we're going to like you because who you are. We don't care what happened with that divorce. Sometimes, you know, I see what you're talking about. Sometimes Dr. G's out of pocket. Sometimes he just like a mess. But King, I think he has a cool personality. I think he's adorable. I think he's cute, Jamaican, all that. But you ain't got to paint him out to be somebody that he's not. And you definitely don't have to blame Michelle straight from the A for your mess. That's you. That's you that want everybody to think he's this and that. And they're calling him a crook. And they said this is not the only time he did it. And they also said that they try to settle out of court, but they couldn't come to an agreement because he doesn't have the money to settle out of court. Those Rolls Royces can go from 300,000 all the way up to 500,000.
Yep.
And if you somebody like 6'9" that just crazy and want to put more money into a Bentley, a Rolls Royce, they can even cost more than that. No, not too many people are walking around with $500,000 cash. So I don't know what your punishment's going to be, but they're saying that you did it 3 other times before. So yes, when they say that's not Quad's car, her car, that's not, they're right. That car got into an accident or something. Yeah, accident. And was that word. What's the word again? I can't.
Savage. It's when your car is wrecked and it's not worth,
But
repair.
But that doesn't mean the car you driving now ain't it's not it's not a stolen car released. That doesn't mean their car now is not released.
My whole thing was this. He could lease that car, but I'm just saying it's not like you just went out there and brought her. I think you could have leased it for just the show on the show, but it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But if your man get in trouble or your woman get in trouble, don't try to act like it didn't happen. Hell, he could have a legit business and get sued for something. Something, you know what I'm saying? Like let's just keep it real, right? But don't act like
storyline. If you want a storyline, I will go to court with him. Let's see what happened. Like, I ain't that cool with him, but he a good bed buddy. Let's see what happened. Just tell the truth, Quad. You got some kind of hang up going on, and I can only guess what it is, but you got something against Sweet Tea and Dr. G, and I don't even know what it is, but you're lying about your man. We know that. And without a doubt, something's going to happen to him. I don't think you can go to jail for something like that. Maybe a fine. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's all 3 of them, the Currys and then him. And they said he's done it before. Let's see what y'all think about what's going on. Funky stole Michelle A.T.L. Brown money. She did that. Oh, I don't know what that means. Let's see what that says. I would have let Quad speak for her own man. She would have used me as her crash dummy. She did. Funky real friends don't ask you to tarnish your brand. So Quad thought more of her man than she did of her friend. She thought more of how she was going to look. That is not a made up case. Now, she didn't do, and what she also was upset about is she had went the whole season, nobody knew anything about it. So she thought nobody was gonna find out because we was like King. I didn't even know that was his last name, and so she just thought it wasn't going to be exposed. But I don't know, it's just a mess. And Quad, I like you, but I don't care who you dating. That's just crazy.
But I'll say this though, too, maybe in his defense at this point. Well, in Quad's defense. It'd be Quad defense. It's not necessarily that she could have told him to say that. I've been around a lot of these people, and their approach is they never say, hey, I need you to go out there and lie for me. They'll come up, oh, child, did you hear about this? These people saying this, and they know that is not true because I got proof that they would never send. I got proof. I wasn't even around there. And then you would believe them because why would somebody just make this up? Then you'll go out there and try to stick up for them. So I'm not sure if she went to him to say, go out there and say this, these people lying.
My 2 cents says they still talking about Funky supposedly did this and that to that chick. Get over. Oh, you're I don't know how the audience, because they were sticking up for Sweet Tea and they were talking about Sweet Tea and Kwan. And then all of a sudden, when Funky said that Michelle's responsible for this, it flipped. And then the audience went into their corners, whoever they liked. And everybody came out swinging. And I'm like, but what's really going on? That's why I took the time to find out. Like, what's really going on? They said Quad was furious. when she found out that that information was out there. She was furious because it's more coming. We don't care that he's not rich. I like just the way he act.
Right.
I like him.
Yeah, I might appreciate him more if he wasn't. Like, why you got to be rich for somebody to respect you? You see what I'm saying? Like, you're looking for the wrong kind of respect if that's what you know, coming on there to do. Yeah.
So what's it? Stop pretending to be Michelle's friend. You both can be trusted. All you want is content. Well,
Can't
why
be
don't you go over there and ask Michelle if she know me? Like, what? You know why you think that? Let me tell you why you think that, Benny. Because I don't put my business out on the street. If I'm talking to somebody or friends with somebody, I don't put that on Front Street. And I learned that. It wasn't at first. I thought I would look cool if people thought I was friends with these people. You get more information when your name ain't being dragged in the public. I just tell the people feel more comfortable with you if I'm not calling their name out every 5 minutes and, oh, we went here and we did this and we did that. That's why I don't do that. But go ask Michelle, has she ever talked to me?
He need to go and ask the psychiatrist because something just wrong with the whole question how he got. Stop.
No.
Stop.
You could think that. Like, you don't even know Michelle. You're never over there. But I told you I don't go on anybody's channel anymore. You went over there. Why you go over there?
He just said stop pretending to be Michelle's friend.
I'm asking you. I said you went on Michelle's show a couple days ago. Why? Because I kept telling you don't go on people's panel because
I mean, no, you know what though? I mean, because we've been there at times we getting accused of something, and you feel like nobody has your back. I went there just to say, hey, you know what? We support you. That's it.
And y'all don't need to know if I support Michelle or not, because that's my business. And I tell you what I want about her and anybody else. Like, I don't do that no more. I don't know. I just woke up one day and realized I was being used by the cast of Potomac. I'm going to tell you the truth. I was being used by them. And I just said to myself, nah, if you want to befriend me, I'm going to make you do it behind closed doors, because I'm not saying nothing y'all told me. I'm going to find my own scoop. And also, this happens. I got to tell y'all about the business. Did y'all hear that Tasha K just called out Matt Barnes for trying to leak information about Shannon Sharp? A lot of the information that we get is from your coworkers, your hairdresser, your assistant. Like, it's just a dog-eat-dog world, and you can't trust nobody. That's how I feel about it. Like, I don't look at it as a badge of honor. And I really do believe Funky Dineva believes that Quad is his friend, because it's been so long. She's not your friend. She's your co-worker. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. You know.
Yes, y'all, Potomac. And that's why I just stopped reviewing the whole damn thing, because they was getting on my damn nerve. And I was just like, I'm not doing this. If I'm going to get in trouble for saying something, it's going to be something I believe in, something I did. I'm not anybody else's mouthpiece. Quad, Heavenly, and Junkie. Who does this chick Quad think she is? Birds of a feather. Quad is a shot. Let's not do that. Let's not. That might be what you think. But right now, I don't want to start bashing, because I really want Quad and Funky to hear what I'm saying. I want them to hear what I'm saying. And I'm not coming in on 10. I'm just saying, this is what I found out. Funky, you might want to be careful and stop blaming people, your enemies, for some shit they didn't do. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. One more, let's see. Quad has, oh my God, y'all. No. Anyway, so that's what I think happened. I think that it had dire consequences because the whole audience took sides, and that's what y'all do. I think when everybody calms down, if we finish watching the reunion, you know, we know it's not going to be on the reunion, but we know on the upcoming season, because you didn't even tell the producers about this. Nobody knew. So thank you, Lakeisha. We appreciate you. You know, that's what a blogger's supposed to do. You're supposed to get to the goods, and it's always going to come out. So hopefully now y'all can just, Sweet Tea didn't do anything to you, Quad. She's not even looking at you like that. Like, who's better than who? I don't even think she's thinking like that. Like, she's not my favorite. Y'all know I love Dr. Heavenly, but I like Sweet Tea too. And I don't want her to be railroaded where you playing head games with her behind everybody's back. Someone says still Team Quad and King. I love King. I like Quad. Something about King, the way he carry himself. He just cool.
And he was cool with me too. Because at first I started off the season, I was like, oh, he's a renter man. Right. Then I was like, hey, he's cool enough, whatever. You know, because look, all of them got storylines. Let's keep it real. But just call the storyline out, you know, for what it is. I like this person now. I thought he was cool.
Now, this is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. I shouldn't address it, but I want to make this person look crazy. Now look at the hate being fermented on this live. Who's being hated? You are tearing down these people. Why? You must didn't see the whole show. Go back before you start talking shit. Why Jesus Christ? No one's tearing anyone down. I told the real story of what happened. And if you can't handle that, then that's just what it is. Your leader, Quad, is not perfect. She got caught. Her or Funky trying to lie on Michelle and put a narrative out there that wasn't true. No matter what we say, what we do, King is getting sued for being corrupt. And there's no change in that. And I still like him. I wouldn't rent a car from him. But I still like him.
Yeah.
Did you see Heavenly's magazine cover? No, I didn't. Let's not bring up Dr. Heavenly, child. Anyway, so in the world of reality TV, it's like no other. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. And I told y'all for a long time, the cast members will befriend you so you can, speak highly of them. And I found that out a long time ago with Kandi Burruss. I'm not here to trash Kandi Burruss. Okay, I think what happened went too far, but Kandi Burruss is a type of person, and this is just facts, that if she doesn't like what you're saying, she will get mad and hold a grudge for a very, very long time. Like, I'll get mad at people. I got a good month in me. Then after a while, my life keeps going on. I forget about what I said, what you said. But some people aren't like that. Kandi Burruss holds grudges. She got mad at me the very first time because I gave her reality TV show, not Atlanta. It was a show about her and some people at a restaurant. A bad review, and then all hell broke loose. I do understand now that Don Juan played a very big part of that. Don Juan thinks he's helping Kandi by being so protective, but what you're doing is making a situation worse. And she's very, very conscious of her reputation. Like, she didn't want to say at Blaze, the restaurant, there was a pow pow. She just did not want to say it. Why? It was on the news. You don't want to talk about it? It was on the news. Go ahead, Gary.
But then people make it seem like Blaze, nice steaks, high quality. If it was a pop, no, let's keep it real. But if it's a pow there, all of a sudden, girl, you ain't in Atlanta, you in College Park. Then you get like your ghetto. That's the problem. I'm just saying, like, with all of them, they try to overhype this shit. Hey, every business have a problem. They might not announce it, but they want to act like, no, they're just perfect. And let's just keep it real. They do it in all kind of things, whether they're buying a husband, buying a business that sinks. No, I'm just saying, businesses, you can have a business, but it's okay. You running a business, it's going to be successful. Sometimes it crashes.
Perry, go on and say what you got to say before you make this.
About it. I'm just saying, Blaze, to my knowledge, is gone. And Mama Grits and Ham. No, look, it's gone, people. I'm pulling it up right now. It said it is permanently closed. Now, no big deal. Like, because sometimes those restaurants can be a headache. So it's not like the trash. Oh, girl, you couldn't even survive a business. It's hard to run restaurants and be successful for a long period of time. And when your lifestyle change, at times, some of the things you do, like run these businesses, change. Because really, if you out here doing something else, why keep worrying about all your time being buckled up into these felon?
Perry, stop. Just stop. Just let me explain. I don't want to drag Kandi. I'm not trying to drag Kandi Burruss. What Perry's trying to say is one of the toughest business out there is running a restaurant, because subconsciously you don't think about it, but there's a restaurant on every block. You're competing with fast food and all of this stuff, especially here in Vegas. We have a restaurant in every corner. It's a hard business to run, especially during the recession. We're in a recession. They're not saying it. Inflation, the price of everything going up. I know here in Vegas, if you have an apartment, they raise the rent at the end of your lease $300 to $500 because there's no rent control here. Like, we are living in hard times. So we understand if businesses don't make it. Now, they're saying that Blaze was closed, and then today they're saying that Old Lady Gang is closed. Not Mama Grits and Ham. Perry's joking when he says that.
I know. You know what, though?
Oh,
I just feel like, that just gave it more flavor. Let's keep it real.
Oh my God. Okay.
OLG reminds me of some kind of washing machine appliance. You see what I'm saying? So I like Mama Grits and Ham.
Perry, stop calling it that. I can't. And here comes Bonji to have your back. I'm not trying to diss Kandi. I'm trying to tell the news, okay?
No, Sherelle, look, let me clarify this too. And this is not to diss Kandi or Todd. I'm not talking about, look, she just had a play that did really well a couple of weeks ago. This ain't about that. I'm just saying for people, but don't act like it's on the top of the world. Your business, just like anybody's business, it can grow or it can crumble, regardless of where you at. But no, this is not about Kandi or Todd.
Let me hurry up and get this story done, because
it's probably to be honest with you, it's probably mostly about the fans. Not about Kandi and Todd, but they're fans that come up. You wrong. She rich. She rich. But now, yeah. And she rich and choose to spend her money somewhere else other than those restaurants.
Are you done?
And like I would say, I told you once, I told you twice. I don't told y'all this about a year ago, all this was going to come down like this. When I say Santa coming to town, his ass is coming to town. Well, go ahead, Sherelle.
Thank you. Please don't say nothing else. Please don't say nothing else. And True Blue, please try to you try to get Perry started. You do this every day. Y'all trying to get Perry started. Something wrong with Perry and something wrong with you, True Blue.
Look, True Blue knows what she's talking about. See, I be trying to tell you, Sherelle.
I have to watch how I say things. I don't want anybody to get offended.
Oh, no. That's why I tried to explain. No, for real, this ain't about attacking nobody. I'm just saying, well, there's Quad, Kenya, and we weren't even talking about her. Just all of them, the storylines. I don't get mad at Phaedra because Apollo did what he did.
Oh my God, Perry. Perry.
Okay. All right.
God.
I mean, damn.
Don't talk about Phaedra or Apollo, please. Just don't say.
No. I'm just saying, like, all across the board. Okay, so Teresa Giudice. Well, okay, her man gone from the country. I'm just saying they did time. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes I think people come on these shows and everything has to be perfect. I think we start watching these shows to see somebody real life. And these shows, we definitely not really seeing people real life. We seeing them front.
So about real life. So a couple years ago, Tamar and Kandi got into it because Kandi had an argument with somebody. I don't know the details. I don't remember the details. She had an argument with somebody. Allegedly, she confronted Tamar behind stage when she was engaged to the Caucasian man. I don't want to call him the nickname because that's just rude. And Kandi and Todd ran up on Tamar. This is according to Tamar. Ran up on Tamar, and the guy the new guy, I mean, he old now, but the guy she used to be engaged to, Jeremy, thank you, ran up on them, and they were about to throw bows, whatever y'all call it. It was a fight. And Tamar has been telling the story, making Kandi madder and madder. Now, I don't know if I have Kandi response, and they're still mad at each other. A couple months ago, Tamar released this video. She's talking about one of Kandi's restaurants, and then she claims that she doesn't know how the video got put out. Okay, Tamar, it's getting nasty. So let me play this video because Kandi wasn't worried about you. And I like Tamar now. I like everybody involved. It's just a mess. This is what Tamar said.
Yeah. Let's say how nasty old lady gang is. Nobody. Why? And that is a known thing here in Atlanta. Like it's something like nobody is saying, yo, where we going to go eat? Bitch, let's go to old lady gang. Who? Oh, bitch, that steak from Blaze was banging. What's the name of the person? Where they at? Now let's just be honest. Are we being honest? Mm-hmm. Is we everybody got their head down. See everybody, y'all scared too? Listen, because I'm just being honest. This is what the premise of the show is. Now y'all done read She by Sheree. The lady done called the girl Sheen by Sheree. The lady done dragged that lady till her wig came unglued on the side. Okay? But nobody said how terrible the service is at Old Lady Gang.
Now, Tamar, I like you too. I really like you now because when you first came in, you had some issues to work on. Looks like you worked on your issues and you're working on yourself. And I never drag anybody that admits I got a problem and let me look at me, because that's where the healing begins. But girl, who could else put that out besides you? I'm just wondering. Kandi gets mad. I don't even think I downloaded this. Let me see. And calls Tamar a clown. It's really getting bad between these two. And yeah, I don't have the clown, but Kandi had called her a clown and says she don't pay that girl no attention. Okay, and now Tamar goes on the Breakfast Club, and she's talking about Kandi again, and she's talking about Iyanla. Do you guys remember her family went on Iyanla, and Iyanla outed the fact that Tamar was touched, is no other way to say it, in her childhood. Take a listen to this.
Are apprehensive to do so because what happened before, what you all didn't see is that she outed my sexual abuse.
Yeah, that was
and
tough
that
to
was
watch.
a problem.
That
for
was
me.
really tough to watch.
That would have been a problem for anybody, you know. And anybody would have had an attitude.
Yeah.
And anybody would be ready to fight and be on defense mode. And that's what happened. And so I felt like they didn't want to further that conversation because it would have been uncomfortable for me. Because here I am talking about it 10 years later. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, I have to give them that.
Have you dealt with that and everything with your therapist?
Yeah,
and everything?
I deal with it. You know, I think that's a lifelong thing, you know, because, you know, there's so many things that comes up after you're abused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's something that I constantly deal with. But I think today, now, I'm my best self.
The conversation about you not going to your sister's wedding, Tawanda's wedding. Are you guys going to address that at all in this like new?
You didn't get invited to your
season,
sister's wedding?
I think that's for her to discuss.
I'll answer that. No, she did not. So this family's been falling out for a long time, the Braxtons. They're not the way you think they are behind the scenes. But let this finish.
She didn't invite you?
I think that's for her to discuss. I do.
I'm an only child, so I don't know how your sisters and brothers be playing
I'm
these
not
games.
an only
like-
child, but I know when I watch the show, because I've been watching y'all show for a long time, and I think a lot of us too, even outside the show, we feel like we've grown up on your family because you guys have just been famous forever.
Yeah.
It was for me watching it. I know y'all go through things, but I like to see y'all, like, especially when your mom gets involved and she makes y'all make up, because I'm like, that's how it really be in families for real.
Hell yeah.
But I think for a lot of people, when we heard the thing about the wedding, it was like, dang, a wedding is so like that's so serious. Like, I know it had to hurt you if it did happen. And then I'm like, what happened to even make it get there? So I think that's why everybody still wants to know, like, well, what the heck? Like,
All I know is that I'm the maid of honor. And I'm going to leave that at that. And I'm going to let her tell the rest of her story.
You were or you was? Word means you were supposed to be and it didn't happen.
I'm just saying that I got the invitation that you are the maid of honor. Okay. Bless the Lord.
Do you speak?
Because we know that Tawanda's been mad at Tamar for years. And, this show is coming back on, and I was going to review it, but I don't have time for the bald ego, Tawanda, so I might just let it go this season because I'm sick of her already, and they ain't even aired the damn show. She looks like an eagle, a bald ego. Oh, that wasn't even right, but it's true.
That's just wrong.
So you and your sisters cool? Like, are y'all like
They
a
gotta be
tight
in
knit
a group
family?
chat, right?
Yeah, there's a group chat.
Yeah.
I
know you are.
What's up with you and Kandi? Why y'all
I
throwing
knew you was
shit
gonna
at each
mention
other?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have been pondering in my head.
And who started it?
Okay, so I'm not going to really get into it because I don't want to muster up the situation.
Okay.
So we really basically wouldn't be here if I wasn't lied on. And that's my thing. Like, I can deal with anything, but don't lie on me.
Yeah.
You know what I
Same.
mean? So that's my thing. And
So wait, when you say lie, you're talking about when Kandi said Todd did not come for you or threaten you, but you said he did when y'all had that backstage moment?
so that clip came up, that was 3 years ago. And it really did something to me because she didn't choose to kind of like divert from the situation. She chose to call me a clown. And that pissed me off because we wouldn't be here had it not been for the lies.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But what I don't want to do is continue that conversation and take away from all the hard work that I have been doing these past couple of years and make it about a beef that I actually don't have with a person currently. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were y'all ever cool or no?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like the whole escape group. Like, I am Eris's godmother and Tiny is Logan's godmother. So we have been around each other for like 20, 30 years.
Right.
And so it was really a lot for us to have that kind of a falling out because of a lie. When you just should have told the public you did what you did and it was what it was and everybody moves on. But continuing to stick by the narrative that, oh, it has to be Tamar because Tamar has, it's an easy target. To me, it was wrong. And that.
Let me say this before you speak, Perry. I think that Kandi really does hold grudges. And maybe people like that hold grudges because when they're your friend, they give it their all. And then when something happens, they're let down. I don't understand grudges. I wish Kandi would make up with a lot of people. Phaedra, Portia, all this Nene. Well, I guess Nene, they did make up. Like, just holding on to these grudges is not good. And Kandi's a good friend when she's your friend. And then when she's not, she's not. And then it just turns toxic with people. I don't understand not having the gene of forgiveness. Explain that to me, Perry. Why would somebody just hold on to shit for years?
No, you know what? I probably can't explain it. I mean, because it's a personality type. Some people, that's just natural instinct. And see, like with her, Tamar, and her, it's things that's been going, from the left to the right with each one of them. Remember, they had a problem with the escape story. It was something. So Tamar is not always right neither. So it'd be easy for me, seriously, to come on. I'm being serious now.
But I didn't ask you to pick a side. I said, what would make a person not forgive? How do you just get mad for the rest of your life?
It's just a personal instinct. I can't tell you why they would definitely be mad for the rest of their life. Maybe people keep edging them on that you don't see it. Like if you thought like a person might be mad for 3 years from the incident that you've seen 3 years ago, what if this person is constantly around irritating that person? I don't know. I ain't saying that's the case. I really don't know. I mean, some people, when they hate, they hate. So
I don't get it. I mean, I wish these two would make up because they're great as friends when they were on Celebrity Big Brother, but these two are going at it. And I commend Tamar. I used to could not do Tamar for more than 5 minutes. She used to get on my nerve, but I will give her credit where credit's due. These last few years, she's been growing up and maturing. And I never knew that she was touched until Iyanla accidentally outed it. I think that shouldn't have been aired on television. I don't know how y'all aired it anyway, because it's so personal. But I think since she's been, people with that kind of background need therapy. And I think that Tamar is working on herself. And, kudos to Tamar. I love Tamar. I don't know if I'm gonna watch your show though, because I can't stand your sister. But I think I like Tamar, and hopefully these two can work this out. What y'all say? Because this is a mess. Well, she's working on herself. Tamar's working on herself. She's still messy. Oh wow. I thought Tamar and April fell out. I don't know who April is. They talking to each other. I don't buy it. You don't buy it? You think Tamar's messy and still causing the problem? She's the problem. They talk about Tamar. Damn. Tamar Braxton is toxic. She doesn't tell her sisters they are wrong. Tony, she said you said Tony's toxic? Oh, damn. Okay. Tamar let the show change her because Vince put the money up for it, but Tawanda should have said that and then find a reason to sue Vince because she really mad at the show. Change Tamar is nasty word. Yeah, but they're sisters. I don't know what I would do. As a Scorpio, I will remain mad for 10 years. But time and age changes that. 10 years? You could be mad at somebody for 10 years? Tawanda thinks she's the star, but she's not. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't like Tawanda. I'm very toxic when it comes to Tawanda. I'm trying not to drag, but I can't stand it. I can't stand her. And she does look like a bald ego. Girl, put your wig back on. Tamar is toxic and is jealous of her sister, Tony. You don't think Tamar is a good singer, Marcy, in her own right? The girl can sing, Marcy. If we can't give her nothing else, she's a talent. And she sounds different than Tony. They both can sing. Tony got the baritone that nobody else can do. And Tamar just can sing. Am I kissing Tamar's ass? I just love her voice.
It sound like it. I mean, look. I'm trying to bear with this whole thing. I like Tamar. I like Kandi too. And I mean, sometimes, you starting to say, don't believe the hype. Sometimes you got to walk away.
You don't think Tamar has vocals? Come on, Perry.
I know, but she ain't always right about everything. Yes, So you like the song.
Thank you. I don't like Tawanda either. I cannot stand Tawanda. Child, I can't stand her.
That's the only thing I think everybody can agree on in this whole chat. We might disagree how good Tamar sings, but nobody seemed to like that sister.
I think Tony's the only sister Tamar likes. So they were on somebody's show recently, and Tamar had to confess that she blocked Tony. I can't remember whose show it was on. She is a villain. Tawanda is the real. She's horrible. If you're still watching this, Tawanda. All right. So you guys, listen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I didn't mean to go over today. Perry, are you going on your channel tonight and for politics?
Oh, no, maybe not politics, because it's sort of driving. Maybe some news tomorrow.
Okay, Perry needs to rest. Perry's been busy. Don't forget, YouTube is Perry's second job. His first job is real estate, and you've been working your ass off.
It's been a hell of a week.
I know. So hopefully we'll be back in a couple days. I think we're all going to take the weekends off. And everybody be kind in the comment section, unless you're talking about Tawanda. All right, Perry, if you have any last words.
Everybody, look, have a nice weekend. And maybe tomorrow, if I get some energy, we'll do something. But I've been caught up this week. But until then, people, peace, soul, and hair grease.
Oh, wow. Bye. That don't make no sense.